I am back in Chicago and not in Texas. I know. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. It's been so long since I've recorded and I have so much to update everyone on. So first, I got my braces off and that video should be coming up soon. Just getting my braces off, the next steps after braces and all of that. So I'm super excited for that. But yeah, so this video is basically an update video. So this is why I am back in Chicago and not in Texas. I know everyone's been asking me that, like, what happened in Texas? Why aren't you in Texas? Well, mainly people that I know in real life are like, why aren't you in Texas? Why are you still here? And I'm just like, it's a story, so here's the story. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So as you all know, I was moving to Texas and I was trying to decide between Dallas and Austin. And I really wasn't leaning toward Austin because of its lack of culture, in my opinion, and its lack of like that big city life that I love. So I was like, I'll just go to Dallas and I'll stay in Dallas until our office reopens, and then I'll go to Austin and blah blah blah. But everyone knows, I mean, offices are reopening now, but everyone knows that like at the time COVID was just so uncertain and we didn't know anything about offices reopening. So so I found an apartment in Dallas. It was so super cute. I'll insert pictures and videos, and also for anyone that's interested in moving to Dallas and you want to live here, I'll actually speak a little bit about it. So it was a studio loft and it was downtown Dallas, and it was literally it was $1,200 a month. What came up to like $1,300 with utilities and like Wi-Fi, parking, all of that. So very beautiful. And like the man that I was working with, he literally saved the apartment for me. I think I was speaking with him back in November, and he was like, someone is moving out in February of 2022, and if you're really serious about this, I'll save it just for you. And he saved it for me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I got an apartment, like I'm gonna go down there. So I would be going back, I like had been going back and forth between Chicago and Dallas frequently, just to like, you know, make sure I like the city and get to know the city and get to like do everything that you do when you move to a new city. And I signed my lease, viewed the apartment. My cousin actually went to go see it with me, and you know, as I was driving around, this was the very last time I went to Dallas. As I was driving around by myself, because the first time I went with my friend Carmen, and then I was with my cousin, and then this time I was like, you know, I need to do this alone. As I was driving around, I just realized like Dallas isn't the city for me. Like, I was like, it's kind of not the city for me, but I still was like, I'm gonna go do it because I need something new and I want to do it, and I want to leave Chicago. And so I signed my lease, and then I got the apartment, and 3 days before I was supposed to move in, I had signed the lease. It took me that long to sign the lease because I was so trying to decide. And you know, I feel like this is how I knew that I was questioning it so much, because I would always ask people like, what do you think about, like, here are my pros and cons on staying in Chicago versus staying in or going to Texas. What do you think? I kept asking everyone their opinion versus really thinking about something that I wanted. And it was like, I knew right then and right there. Like, I was like, I keep asking people for their opinion on something that's going to affect my life. I'm already like not certain about it. So 3 days before I was supposed to move, I signed my lease. And then the day before the movers came to move all of my stuff, I was taking apart my furniture, and a lot of like, this is like random signs, you know. I never am one to like believe in signs, and more so just like to believe in your gut feeling and your intuition. But I was taking apart all of my furniture, and I didn't have any tools to take apart my furniture. So I was like, okay, this is like, what is going on? Like, this is literally the night before they're coming to move everything, and I don't have tools to take apart my furniture. And so I had to really sit and think about it, and I was like, I don't want to go to Texas. I was like, that's what it is. I don't want to go to Texas. I don't want to be there. I don't see a life there for me. So I'm not gonna go. And yeah, I had to cancel everything, cancel the movers, cancel my lease. I felt so bad because I you know, he saved the apartment for me, but it was a really like hot, I mean, like, what do you call it? It was like really like hot in demand. It was like a really in demand apartment, so it was kind of easy for them to cancel that lease and to get it rented out ASAP. So yeah, that's the quick story on why I didn't move to Texas. Now I'm going to talk about some of my like reasonings why I didn't like Texas personally, and why I decided to choose Chicago over Texas. So let's start with why I didn't like Texas. Well, let me not say Texas. Yeah, Texas, but more so Dallas. So I'm from Cincinnati. Everybody knows that. And Dallas really gave me Cincinnati vibes. And I felt like if I wanted to move to a city that reminded me of home, why not just move back home? Like, the city was so much slower. And I was like, I don't even think I'm at a point of my life where I'm ready to slow down this much. Dallas really gave me the, I'm gonna move here and start a family and start a life, and like, not a life, but you know, like I was gonna like start that like family life. That's what it really gave me. And whether I was gonna do that or not, I just didn't want to live in a city like that. When I was there by myself and I was like just exploring the city, there was not much to do other than to go out to eat, in my opinion. Go out to eat, shop, go to a bar, maybe go to his friend's house. And I just was like, this is boring. I was like, I'm kind of bored. And I know it also was boring because I don't have friends there. But versus here in Chicago, I know like last night I went to a random art show and I really enjoyed it, and I saw people that I knew, and it was a good time. And I felt like I wasn't gonna get that in Dallas. Second to that was my rent price. My rent would have gone up like nearly $500, and financial independence this year is high on my list. It's very, very high on my list. Like, I've been working aimlessly to pay down my debt, and having my rent go up was not a smart decision in my opinion. I can see if I went to Texas and purchased a property, then sure, but that's not what the plan was in Texas. It was to rent, so I didn't see any smart financial move at that point to move when my rent was gonna be going up. Yeah, that's that. I was like, I am not in the business of paying more for rent, especially since rent prices are going up like crazy. I have a crazy deal at my apartment, like, and I even was like trying to find reasons to leave this apartment here in Chicago, and I was like, I really have no complaints. Like, my neighbors don't bother me, nobody's loud, I have parking, like it's close to downtown. I was like, yeah, no, I need to stay in Chicago, especially if being financially free, because that's another, but especially being financially free was high on my list, then moving to Texas was not an option, especially if I wasn't purchasing real estate and I was just renting. For some reason, that felt like throwing away money. Like here in my apartment now, I don't feel like I'm throwing away money because I'm getting a good deal and I get to keep most of my income. There, half of my income was gonna be going to, like, not even half, but like a big chunk of it, $500 is a lot, was gonna be going to my rent. So yeah, in addition to the rent, just the politics, personally, the politics that are going on in Texas right now. I don't really have to get into that. Everyone knows what's going on in Texas right now. Those politics. Oh, this was a big one. I'm not old, but I'm getting older, and being that far away from my family, especially since we just recently had a death in my family, and it really opened my eyes to like, dang, like I want to be present in my family more. Like, I know I live far away now, but if I was to move to Texas, I'm not a quick drive away. I'm a quick flight away. And Lord forbid that those flight prices are high or flights get canceled, then it's going to be not impossible, but it's going to be a bit difficult to just pick up and go see my family. Like, even a couple weekends ago, I went home and it was literally a 24-hour trip. Just drove there, drove back. And I'm thankful I'm able to do that because I do live so close, but also so far. So that was another reason I wanted to stay near my family as I'm getting older. Yeah, I think those were the big things about not wanting to move to Texas. So I guess I can go into why I decided to stay in Chicago. And I mean, those reasons are apparent. It's Chicago. Chicago is an amazing city. Like I say in all of my videos all the time, it is a city of extremes. Super hot, super cold. You meet so many people. You can go anywhere in the city and feel like you're anywhere in the world. Like, I think it's like one of the largest cities that is the cheapest to live in. I could be wrong, but I think Chicago's that. Also like a hub, like what am I trying to say? Like, traveling is big for me this year. Like, I really want to travel this year, and so like flights, say if I want to go to, for example, I want to go to Greece, I would have to take a flight from Dallas to Chicago or New York or Detroit, then go to Greece. I know that that's like, I'm getting old, y'all, and I don't want to be taking all these layovers and stopping and stuff. I would want to get there and get back. So I was like, that's a big thing to me. Like, in Chicago, I could take a direct flight from Chicago to Greece, Chicago to Europe, Chicago to, well, I know Greece is in Europe, but like other countries in Europe, but like Chicago to Ghana. I took a straight flight from Washington to Ghana, but you know what I mean. You get the gist. But yeah, I'm not trying to do that. Not yet. And Dallas was boring. That's it. And no offense to people that live in Dallas, that are from Dallas, that rep Dallas to the day they die. This is not a diss. Like, this is not a diss to Dallas at all. This is just my opinion on why I feel like Dallas wasn't for me. Okay, before I completely like finish this video, I do want to say that I did and do have friends in Dallas. Like, I was hanging out with people. I was hanging out with my cousin. Like, I wasn't completely alone, like how people would move to a city alone. So I think that's also like, that helped my decision too, because I could have easily been like, oh, I'm scared to go to a new city by myself, and that's why I didn't move. But that's not it. I wasn't gonna be by myself, and I still just wasn't a fan. So yeah, that is that. Your girl's in Chicago to stay. So stay tuned for more Chicago videos to come out soon, and let me know in the comments anything you guys want to hear or see about Chicago, because I'm definitely down to letting you guys know more about the city. So yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.